peanut butter, applesauce, cinnamon, salt, vanilla, rolled oats, pecans, chocolate chips, and coconut. Grabbing your favorite mixing bowl and mixing all of the ingredients together. Like I said, all the measurements are going to be in the down bar below, so make sure to check that out. I used an electric mixer here just to make sure all the ingredients were incorporated correctly. It is time to put them on the cookie sheet. I love doing this part. It's so fun. It just reminds me of being a kid and making chocolate chip cookies at home, except these are a bit healthier. Putting them in the oven for about 15 to 17 minutes, making sure you check them ever so often to make sure they did not burn at the bottom. After you pull them out of the oven, they are ready to enjoy, and do not worry if you're not a fan of applesauce or oats or anything, you do not taste it. The only thing you taste a bit, honey, melted coconut oil. Make sure this is melted. It's not the same if it's not. And lastly, vanilla. Now it's time to mix everything together. This is probably one of the easiest recipes I've ever done. It literally takes like 5 minutes and there's no baking time, nothing. It's delicious. After incorporating all of the ingredients, you're going to want to grab a loaf pan, and I lined it with some foil. You can use non-stick parchment paper or whatever you would like, but I used foil here, and pouring that delicious concoction together. Putting it in the fridge for at least, I would say, like 3 hours. I actually put it in overnight. It came out divine, so I would recommend overnight just so it sets all nice and delicious. Look at those babies, how delicious and just melting in your mouth do they look. Oh, they're just amazing. You guys have to try and make them. The ingredients we're gonna need are cinnamon, honey, and walnuts. And of course the 2 pears. Here I am just cutting the pears in half and pitting them. I'm kind of making a place to put the walnuts and a bit of the honey. Grabbing a cookie sheet and placing your 2 pears on there, and I'm just sprinkling a dash of cinnamon. I'm actually using a little bit more than a dash because cinnamon to me is just so good, especially with this mixture that I'm using. Next, I'm adding the walnuts. You can be as generous or not as generous as you want with this, and also if you don't like walnuts, you can use any other type of nut. The last step is adding your raw honey. I think the next time I make it, I would put a little bit more honey just because it makes it so delicious and crispy after it bakes. After that, you put it in the oven and bake for 30 minutes. That is all you have to do.